Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I have for you a makeup tutorial. And today I wanted to film a video, but I wasn't quite sure what type of makeup look I wanted to do, so I thought that I would kind of just roll with it. I got my hair done today, so this is so weird. The ends are a lot blonder, it's more of an ombre look, so I think I'm going to do almost more of a bronze or beachy type look. So starting off, I'm going to take my Vichy Norma Teint Texture Anti-Imperfection foundation, and this is in the shade 35 Sand. And this is a serum foundation. I used it in my last tutorial, which was Megan Fox. And I really liked it. I like the fact that I don't have to powder, I don't have to worry about it during the day. I know that it will stay matte and it will stay on all day, and it does help prevent any blemishes. So I just apply that first with my fingers, and then I'm taking a Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I'm just going to buff that in. If you're wondering what I'm looking at, I have my mirror just below. So I just want to make sure that I get all that blended in. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do kind of like a pinky rose gold kind of eye. I think that'll be fun to try, and I wanted to use some of the more bronzy, cooler shades in my Naked2 palette. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, my skin's been pretty good recently, so I don't think I need concealer. So just going to move on to bronzer. And I'm going to take my favorite bronzer of the moment, and it is the e.l.f. Contour Blush and Bronzer. And I'm going to take the bronze shade on a little Yves Rocher angled brush. And I'm just going to use that to contour my face. Now, if you have more of a square face or a round face like I do, contouring is going to help to elongate your face, but also give you more chiseled edges, which for people who have more of a square face, you'd think that you wouldn't want that because your edges of your jaw and of your cheekbones are already quite sharp, nice and defined. But contouring can also soften that, and it makes you have more of a defined look all the time, so you don't have to use your fancy Photoshop. I really like to contour mostly my cheekbones because I find I'd like those to be some of like the main features of my face. And today I think I'm going to use the blush from here. So this is like a peachy, pinkish shade. I think it's more of a pink. It's very shimmery, so you won't need to use a highlighter for it with it. And so I'm taking that on a MAC, see that off my forehead, a MAC blush brush, and this is a 116, I think. So I'm just gonna smile, pat that on the outer part, and blend it up. Now, the trick to applying blush is that if you smile, don't apply blush right directly near your nose. Apply it here, up more, because that way when you stop smiling, that spot doesn't move as much. Whereas if you apply it directly to the center, it will fall, and that will make your blush sit kind of in an odd spot on your cheek. So just smile up near the top of the apple of your cheek and blend upwards. But next I'm going to move on to eyebrows. Now if you notice, I did not powder, and that is because, here's my angled brush. That is because this foundation, it has a matte finish, and its main job is to control oil. And so I find that if you powder over top, it just becomes almost overkill, like anti-shine overkill, and it will make your face get the cakey look, which I know no one wants, and it can also make you look a little bit too matte, which no one wants either. Everyone's natural skin has a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a sheen to it, So I like to keep that with my makeup as I have quite dry skin, so I never really have to worry about being overly oily. But if you powder a matte foundation, you can get an overly matte appearance, and that's not as flattering, and it's almost as unflattering as having like a really shiny face. But I like the shine sometimes. So I'm just going to brush up my brows. And I just filled them in using a little angled brush and an eyebrow powder. So let's move on to eyes. You can see my eyes more. So I'm going to use one of the Maybelline 24-hour eyeshadows, and I have two with me. I have Barely Branded, which is like a creamy beige color, which is a dupe for the MAC paint pots in Bare Study. And I also have it in Inked in Pink, which is this beautiful kind of cool light pink shade. So I think this is the one that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to apply that on take my finger, I'm going to apply that all over my eyelid. Now this is going to act as an eyeshadow primer as well as a eyeshadow base as the base color, and whatever color we're going to put on over top is going to cling to this color, and it's going to keep it vibrant and keep it from creasing underneath my eye as well. You can use a brush for this if you like. I find it easier to use my fingers, but if you feel more comfortable using a brush or you feel like it's more sanitary, then feel free to use a brush. I think I'm going to go with YDK, and I'm going to take the Urban Decay flat eyeshadow brush, which came with the first Naked palette, and I'm going to take that and apply it all over my lid. Now this is a very similar color to the Maybelline 24-hour eyeshadow, so it may seem like we're applying the same color over top, but really what it does is it layers and it keeps the product lasting longer. And if you can hear noise, that's just my neighbors who are outside today, because it's a beautiful day here. It's been kind of rainy, not today, but for the past little while, so it's nice to have some really hot and sunny days. And I'm also going to take that and run it underneath the eye. I always find this difficult, because in my mirror, looking down, I find it hard to apply, and then when I'm looking in the focus little lens preview screen thing, viewfinder. Anyway, I find it really hard to kind of see where I'm applying this product, but this is a messy look anyway, so it's okay. And then of course I go in my trusty fingers and just run that underneath my eye. Now for a bit of definition in the crease, I think I'm going to take my bronzer and I'm going to apply that through the crease like a contour shade. And I'm going to use a Real Techniques base shadow brush. So the beautiful thing about bronzers is they do work as an eyeshadow, and you can use them to bring a bit of warmth through your crease or just create a little teensy bit of definition. And it also helps create a uniformity with your face because you are using the same color, so you don't have to worry about having conflicting shades of brown, which you'd think browns are a bit harder to like confuse and have mismatching shades, I guess you could say, but I find them quite difficult. So moving on, I'm going to find my eyelash curler. Here it is. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. I think I'm going to take this Nude pencil by Rimmel. I'm just going to grab my little small mirror here. There it is. And I'm going to apply that to my inner rim. I find white is really harsh on me, but it looks kind of weird when it's applied to my waterline. So I prefer to use a nude color, and This one works really, really well because it's waterproof and it's a very creamy pencil. And for my top lash line, kind of looks a little bit like there's no definition there, so I'm going to take just a plain black eyeliner pencil and I'm going to tight line the upper lash line. Now I like my makeup, and I'm going to make sure I get the inner corner of my eye to elongate it. I don't think black was the right option for that one. Probably should have gone with like a brown. Going to go with a brownish black mascara, and this is Maybelline's Great Lash Big, and this one has the really, really big brush, and I really like it. So applying that to the top lashes. Now this mascara doesn't clump, which is good because I know a lot of people hate clumps. Sometimes I like it. It depends what type of look I'm going for. But this is definitely not a clumpy mascara. I've been playing around with lighting, which is why there's some kind of odd shadows and things, because as much natural light as there is today, it is no longer on the side of the house that I am filming on because has moved and it is a lot later in the day. I love big, big lashes. Alright, we're back. So now we're here and I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my lips. So I think I'm going to go a bit darker and I'm going to use a Revlon lip butter in number 001 Pink Truffle. This is my favorite dark nude. I adore it, and I think it is just the perfect in-between shade. For me, anyway. And I discovered the other day, I was trying to think of like a more opaque way to apply it, that Rimmel's Asia, which is a lipstick, is like the exact same color. I mean, the exact same color as the Revlon lip butter. It's just in a more opaque, less creamy lipstick version. So, if you're like me and you really like this color but you're looking for a different formula and blah blah blah, this is the one you want. I think so anyway. I really, really like it. And it lasts for ages. You can blot it, you can layer it, you can powder over it, put sprinkles all over it, whatever you want to do. It will last for ages, and it is the exact same color, or very similar to the Revlon lip butter in Pink Truffle. So that's my completed look. It's not very fancy or anything, but I think I really like it. I think it goes nice with the new blonde near the bottom. It's not too overpowering, and it's very nice bronzy, it's glowy, and that's what I really, really like. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.